Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I've tried to do this intro about 15 times and for some reason I can't figure out the right intro to use, so whatever intro I use now is it. So welcome back to the Proudy channel. That's all I've got. And if you are still enjoying the series, make sure you drop a like. You know, as usual, subscribe if you're new. What else do people say on these videos? I never normally do intros, that's the thing. I've done 15 intros now. I'm actually running out of content. In the last episode, we took on Stoke City away from home and beat them by a goal to nil, with Steve Mounier scoring the winner. It also saw us hit top spot for the first time since August, which has been a long time coming, seeing as we've been winning a lot of games recently, and every other team just decides they just can't be bothered really in this title race anymore, and they've let us come steaming through. And we've also hit the January transfer window, but there's some pretty bad news I have to show you first. So I tweeted the night before this video came out of an image that said Callum Hudson-Odoi was injured, and I didn't let anyone know how long he's injured for. I can finally tell you he's out for 2 months. We're fucked. Now, we've only played 3 games in between the last episode and this current episode, but we did get 2 wins and a draw, so we're still unbeaten and we are still top of the league. But Elias Kachunga set us up on our way in a 2-1 win over Millwall with a back post header after only a minute, and then it was followed up by Nick Powell. Scoring once again as he hit another long range strike. I mean, you love to see it. I don't know how many more times I'm going to say it on this series, but you love to see it. And talking to Nick Powell, in the 3-0 home win against Hull, he scored another long range strike. I mean, does the bloke ever want to score an easy goal for once? He only scores free kicks or long range strikes. But it does lead us into our episode against Brentford and Leeds United in the FA Cup. Now, Brentford are currently in the playoffs and they are 5th position, and they are chasing the top 2, which is us and Norwich. And we also take on Leeds United away in the FA Cup in a derby, and thank you to everyone who told me that Leeds is up the road from Huddersfield rather than down or sideways. I mean, it's good to know, like literally, it's great to know in case I go north sometime, which I won't ever. In another episode of I have no idea why this is happening to me, Khan Ayan came to me and said he was unhappy with the lack of playing time he's had recently. I found out he started the last 8 games in a row and he's played 13 out of the 20 games this season. It's Ben Gibson trying to pretend he's Khan Ayan, so I sell him as well. The social media also went off on one as we got 5 wins in a row after the win against Millwall. Alan Stones tweeted that we're never going to lose again, so he's jinxed the episode. Thanks, Alan, mate. John Terry has also been hired as Aston Villa interim manager for the rest of the season, and his win ratio is currently 66%, which coincidentally is the same percentage of people on the internet that still make the keep your wife away from John Terry joke. Chris Lerver's time at Huddersfield could be coming to an end as his contract only has 6 months left, and he didn't want to sign a new contract because his agent said that he was currently unhappy at the club. So it was really handy when the director of football, Julian Winter, activated the automatic contract extension clause in his contract. Roy Hodgson has also declared interest in Steve Mounier and wants to sign him for Crystal Palace. And I'm going to leave it up to you viewers. Should I sell Steve Mounier or should I tell Roy Hodgson to fuck off? And I mean, I'm on that side. In the Boxing Day clash against Hull City at home, where we won by 3 goals to 0, I found out after the match that we had 40 shots. I've never had that many shots in a match ever before. Like, ever. Normally my team concede 40 shots and then we get beaten 8-0. But this time, the shoe is on the other foot. And shout out to the Chris Brunt fan club, because here's an update for you. He's just left his agent, which is great news because he's about to hit the big time as Callum Hudson-Odoi is now injured. So Chris Brunt is the man to take over. We're eating Gucci tonight, boys. Now, because the Brentford game fell on New Year's Day, it means I was able to confirm our first signing of the January transfer window. And I've been talking about my goalkeeping problems all season, and I finally fixed them. As joining us is Dean Henderson for £2.4 million from Manchester United. He signs on a 3-year deal at the club. He might finally be the man to sort out the crisis at the back. And if he doesn't, then that's another amount of money I've spent on a goalkeeper who's failed to perform. Now we take on Brentford away from home. Now, a massive game for us and a massive game for them. So a massive team I've picked. Like, literally. Carl Darlow will start off in goal for us, as Dean Henderson will take over the Leeds game in the next match that we play on this episode. The back four sees Tommy Smith come back in at right back, and the rest of the defence still the same. Philip Billing and Alex Pritchard are coming in for Danny Williams and Nick Powell. And with Callum Hudson-Odoi now out injured, it means that Adama Diakhabe will start off for us on the left wing. Chris Brunt will get his chance, don't worry. I know it's a bit of a cliche, but games really don't come any bigger than Brentford versus Huddersfield. And if anyone tells me otherwise, you're lying. And Brentford got the first highlight of the game as Dalsgaard got the ball on the edge of the box and hit a shot which went straight at Darlow. hoping this isn't a sign of things to come. Adama Diakhaby managed to escape the right back and put a cross into the box, but Steve Mounier unfortunately hit the bar. And then Philip Billing had a shot at the keeper, which was well saved. I mean, this is all lost now. We have to take the lead eventually. And the chance finally came to us as Alex Pritchard picked up the ball from 25 yards out and fired it straight past the Brentford goalkeeper to give us the damn lead. You love to see it. And then on the stroke of our time, Adama Diakhaby got injured. So the replacement for the injured Callum Hudson-Odoi has now been injured. And now we're going to have to replace him. So Chris Brunt, on you go, son. And unfortunately for us, Brentford got the first highlight of the second half. And Malpay found Mosondes, who put the ball in the back of the net. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. It didn't really matter as Sam McQueen got some space down the left-hand side, put the ball into the box for Elias Kachunga, who brought the ball down very well and fired it in the near post. Easy. Easy peasy, like 1, 2, 3, and we're going to win the league, and you're going to come and see me, and why am I trying to spit bars every episode at the moment? I'm not a rapper. I mean, I'm barely a YouTuber as well. But it wasn't too long until Brentford were on the attack again, and Rico Henry got some space down the left, put the ball in the box, and Neil Mopay made it 2-2. I mean, can we hold on to the lead for once, boys? Please? And once again, the danger man, Rico Henry, then put another ball into the box for Saeed Benrahma to head at Darlow and put in the rebounds. Oh, shit. Do you think it's possible to implant knee ligaments? Because I'm more than happy giving Callum Hudson-Odoi my ones. I mean, I will happily stop walking if it means I get this Huddersfield side back into the Prem. And despite our best efforts to get back into the game, we lost 3-2. That's our first defeat in about 3 months. This isn't really helping the argument that we're not a one-man team. Now, into our game against Leeds United. Now, despite the fact that it is a massive game for us and it is the FA Cup third round, I have made quite a few changes to the side and, well, hopefully it'll pay off, because if it doesn't, then my head's on the line. Dean Henson will make his debut for the club and starts off in goal for us. Ben Gibson has been recalled to the side, and I've only brought him back in because I want to ruin his career and hope he drops a disaster class against Leeds so I can get rid of him. The midfield three stays pretty much the same though. And up front we have a completely different lineup as Ramadan Sobhi makes his debut on the series with Chris Brunt on the left and De Thomas are leading the line for us. I mean, I have a pretty strong bench though, so if we're losing, then at least we can get a consolation goal. I mean, Leeds United don't even have a good squad anyway. How are they in the Prem with this team? Oh, fuck it. And talking of fuck it, he actually got the ball from 25 yards out, put a ball into the box for Ricardo Centurion to put the ball in the net, but he was offside. What a decision by the referee. And that was it until half time. I mean, when you're pitting a second string Huddersfield side against a Leeds side that are battling relegation, what do you expect? And what was even more annoying was Ben Gibson was our best player. And we did fashion the highlight as Tommy Smith's throw-in found Sergi Sampa and he put a ball into the box and Chris Brunt was shoved and we got a penalty. And hold your horses, we're not giving the bloody penalty to Philip Billing. There's only one man for the job. Yes! Let's fucking go, Chris Brunt, you absolute legend! Give him a damn new contract. Sorry, I got ahead of myself there. Jeez. Woo. Oh, dear. Well, we're 1-0 up against Leeds anyway. And then towards the end of the game, Ben Gibson decided to give me another heart attack by missing his interception, allowing Kemar Roof to go in on goal, but he put it wide. And that was it. We'd beaten Leeds United away from home. Hello, boys. I'm back. Another Proudy masterclass. You'll love to see it on this channel. And what makes it worse was Ben Gibson got man of the match. Are you having a laugh? Oh, and also we did give Chris Brunt a new contract as well. So he's here for another 2 years, boys. Everybody get